Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Hopefully, you can hear me. Do me a favor, put that in the chat if you can. I'm trying to make sure I don't hear an echo, but I can't be sure if I do or I don't. And it sounds like I do, but I don't know where it's coming from. It could be my phone, but I have it muted. So let me know what my sound is like. This is a very unique setup for us because, of course, first, stop, pause. Hi, I'm Michelle of Yes Michelle Crochets, and this is Stitch Circle Saturday. Excuse me, forgive my voice, it's a little, but I'm here. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm so grateful that you're here as well. As you can see, my Centro is taking center stage. She's like, oh, you remember you own me. I've only been in your possession for years. However, we own her. She is out. I will tell you, I did purchase the crank, and I'm putting it off in the corner because we won't be using that today. Today is a learn how to use our Centro. So this is absolutely new to me. We are going to be learning together. And of course, I've got my music in the background. I've got a couple of trivia questions off to the side. But first things first, let's say hello to everyone. So, good morning. Good morning, Sugar. Good morning, Cherry. Hello, Angela. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hi, Erica. So glad you are here today. Guys, I'm so glad you're all here. You're going to see my arm go in and out a lot because I don't usually have another setup right here, but here we are. Nonetheless, wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad my sound quality is good. I'm scrolling back up to make sure. Hey, and I did that. I don't miss anybody. Hey, Vic, I'm glad you are. Oh, you said I'm getting ready for work. We'll be listening and on team replay. Well, thank you for all of that. And of course, we know that ordinarily I use my phone as a backup way to keep up with the chat. So, guys, understand that I am going to be reaching in front of me a lot, like a lot, because I am going to have to rely on the chat via my iPad, which appears to still be shaking. Good morning, Gypsy. Hello. I got a knockoff machine. I can't figure it out for the life of me. But wait a minute. Um, I don't know knitting. I'm a crocheter. I was a knitter first, and I know zero, and I mean zero, about the knitting machines. So we're going to learn together. And I'm trying to get things out of the way and organized because, of course, I got up late. Why not? And that makes for an interesting experience for us all. Nonetheless, for those of you that own knitting machines and or versed in the dynamics of it, please help us out. We can definitely appreciate knowledge bigger than ours. For those of you that have your knitting machines out, and bear with me, I am going to try to do this in a way that makes the most sense. Of course, I've set mine up, and the truth of it is the feet are already sticking to the table, so I'm going to have to push it back. Good morning, Nisi. Good morning and hello. Welcome in, and thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm scooting it back just a little. Am I going the wrong direction? Probably. Probably. But, I got to do what I got to do till I figure it out. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Now, I have to ask you guys a question because I'm relying on what you see more than what I see. Do you see the mute tag for my phone, which would be this? Do you see this mute tag, meaning that device is muted? I need to know that so that I know what you can and cannot see. And I'm sorry. Okay, Nisi is saying hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you all for being such a wonderful, wonderful community. Now, here's what I have learned thus far. Where you see my finger in the very, let's see if I can make that Is there any way to make that the #1 view? I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, no, that's just me. That did not help. Let's see. It says something about picture in picture. Confusion is confusion. Let's go back to this. I'll be. I love the adulting. Yes, gotta feed fur babies and laundry. Thank you, my multitasking warrior. I love it. I love it. Okay, so my understanding, and if I'm wrong, somebody please, please, friend. Hello, my love. Thank you for being here. Friend, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you know how to use the knitting machines. So I'm going to lean a little bit on you to help us understand what to do. And for those of you who are noticing that Lady Elaine is not in the chat, I have not had the opportunity to reach out to her this morning. I know she was working very hard yesterday, and I hate to bother her when she's working, though she's kind enough to endure me. Yesterday was a busy day for her, and I want to make sure that if she's getting the opportunity to do the things she needs to do, she's doing them. And if she pops in, then hey, that's blessings to us. Um, and Fran just said something else. I am watching the chat, guys. Bear with me. I use the Addy, but some of the mechanics are still the same, such as right here is our hand crank, and over here you're supposed to be ignoring those things. Those are Michelle's insanities. Right here is our row counter, and right in front of me, though I don't think you can actually see it. How do I do that where I flip it around? I don't know. Guys, bear with me. You know your girl is learning. So let's see if we can flip the scene the other way. No. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That might be the best. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. But right in front of me is my tensioner. And according to what I'm seeing, the best tension size will be the middle for me. I need to adjust my pins until I get around to the very end. I know there is one pin that is not the same color as all the others. Hello, there you are. And okay. Good morning, Doretha. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see Fran added something else, so she's saying hello. Okay, I think I have my chat moved up to where I can see a little bit better. Ignore this third box at the bottom. Your girl is not well versed with this aspect of life, so bear with me. I know that I'm supposed to pull through the middle triangle, which is like right here, and I want to be in front of my first. I think I want to be in front of the first tooth. Can we call it a tooth? And then behind it, and then in front. Okay, I'm doing that backwards. That I just realized. I think, okay, who goes in the middle? The yarn or the tail? I need to know that first. I don't know. And I should probably be pulling from the center and not from the end. So let's do both of those fixes. Because pulling from the outside will have me chasing this ball all day instead of actually learning what to do. And when I tell you I've watched some videos and still don't know what the heck I'm doing, I'm so serious. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I don't think I need the tensioner first. I think I need to feed first. So behind, in front of. Okay, guys, what I'm trying to do at this point, the primary tooth, leave a long tail. Okay, so let's Let's pull back. Thank you, friend. I figure that's quite a long tail. Let's go with that. And I want it to be behind the next tooth and in front of the other one. So what I'm trying to do is basically cast on. I know every other tooth I'm in front of and every other tooth I'm behind. So I'm doing that part. And hopefully you're doing the same thing. Good morning, Vivian. Just dropping some DNA and watching in the background as I do some breakfast for the family. Well, make me a sandwich because I probably need to eat. I do have my protein coffee, so you guys have no fear. Drop the yarn in the center, then wait, then go back and forth between on the pins, which is what I'm doing. I think I'm doing this part right. And I heard all kinds of terms from waist yarn. I don't have a waist. So I don't know what that means. This feels so weird. I should probably focus and pay attention. And yes, a smarter me would have practiced, but had I practiced, I would not be wearing the shirt you're seeing me wear. And I'm going to look up in a second. I think it's right. Yeah. Front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Yay! We made it to the beginning. I don't know what that means, but let's do it again just to see. Now, why are we in the front twice? Are we supposed to be that way, or are we supposed to be the opposite and back and forth? That means I goofed somewhere. So unwind and do it again. That's the best I can tell you. If I can't figure it out, I will take it out. In that regard, knit and crochet are the same. And I'm sure I goofed somewhere. I just don't know what or where. And before we get too deep into whatever I have done here, incorrectly though it may be, opposite, I believe. Right. So I was that made no sense. I was like, what did I do? I think, and I just found out what I did. I doubled some spot, which is why it didn't mathematically add up. Paul, I should probably not do that. However, it's done. Let us not worry about the row counter first. Let's find that white pen. Hello, white pen. And we know we need a long tail in the middle. So wait. Okay. I am going to pull this down just a hair so you can see she finished the Memorial Day top. That is done. Yay me. I had to have a win here somewhere. So front to, okay, let's do this. Let's pull it through the V so you stop fighting. No, that definitely did not work. To back, to front, 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 back, 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 front, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back. And then I'm in front of it again. How's that possible? Okay, and this time, let's look. I don't know. Let's see what we do if we keep winding. Eventually, we'll either work it out or, see, we lost. And now it's coming, oh, goodness mercy. You guys, I think this may be above Michelle's pay grade. But we're going to keep trying. Nothing beats a failure but a try. True or not? Besides, this is what it's all about, learning. I don't have a lot of patience, which I think is half the problem. Like right here, it goofs up. And I don't know what the goof troop is happening there, but mercy and blessings. And forgive me for not looking up and feed through the feeder. Okay, let's try that. Because clearly what I'm doing isn't working. This is that. So let's, how did the center, okay. You know I'm about to get the scissors out because we're not going to fight with this. Bear with me, guys. think you can hear me. Let me double check the chat. I apologize. Now I need to catch up. You're not lost. You're right on time. Guys, let me know if you can hear what I'm saying. I think I have lost my phone and I have to remember how to add it. So bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me and everything is working from that end. Let's see. Of course, the moment I hit that button, it disappears. Oh, good. You can hear me and you can see me. That's a bonus for me. Yay me. I am trying to figure out how to get it to here. Let's try this. Allow. Of course, my mic is muted. We want that. And I don't know. Why do I feel like we just lost the phone? No. Um, no, it's not letting me do it. I apologize. Guys, I feel so foolish. And the unfortunate part is the way my this screen is set up, it doesn't allow me to put it over the table because I don't have a device that'll hold it up. It's a large screen. Hello, Kim. Welcome in. Our Kim A has joined us, and I am grateful for that. Guys, hang with me. We are going to figure this out together. So let's do this. Let's hit that and see if it'll let me back in with a second device. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Thank you. Sugar, you are correct. Let's just do our trivia, enjoy our Saturday, and not even worry about this. Guys, I apologize. It was genuinely my intention to do a Sentro test. Maybe we should have done a test run to see if we could get the second device to go. But either way, I am here. You are here. It's Saturday. Let's relax and enjoy our time together. Fair enough? Fair enough. Okay. With that said, let's do a couple of quick, simple changes. Let's see. I think this will get me in the middle. Yay, us. And I need some coffee. Have a sip. Mm. I am going to move that yarn in the middle of there and not worry about it. I'm also going to push this tray a little out of my way because I don't need it so close. Bear with me as I make some adjustments. This is a very tiny space, and I want to make sure that I can pull up the boppy because we will not crochet without a boppy on our lap. That is putting our back and our wrists in bad form. So we won't be doing that. And since we are not doing the phone for overhead purposes, yes, I'm behind the boppy. We are going to use the phone so I can see the chat. Friend is giving love. Thank you. Yeah, let's relax and not stress. I've had enough of that this week. I don't know about you guys, but business ownership is no joke. Let me say that. And because I do what I do, it's been a week, and having my adult student at home adds to my work. You would think it would help take it away, and in a way it does. He's here, and that's helpful, but not totally helpful. It also adds to the grocery bill and all the other things, yet I do not mind. Thank you, Cherry. It was so much fun to make. I'm telling you, I'm contemplating purchasing more yarn and doing this top again. And the book is on the other side of the room, but I have another top that I will be discussing in Monday's video. So I highly encourage you to watch Monday's video, because I am going to be discussing some graduation gift ideas, because it is graduation season. And I want to offer some thoughts on that for you, for those of you who have gifts you need to give, things you want to make that you can do in a weekend. Other things are going to take a little longer, like maybe a week for those of you who are speedy crocheters. If you have slow crow like me, it might take you 2 weeks. A couple of things might take 3. But no matter what the timeline, keep in mind, if the event is happening in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, there's time to do many of these projects. What's more important is, even if you give a note and a card that says, I'm working on your gift, I want to know what colors you prefer. That lets them know they have something coming, even if they don't receive it the day that you're there to celebrate them. And one of the projects that is in that video, yes, I filmed it last night, is so cool and so personal to me because I am making it in real time. And once it's done, before it's gifted, I will bring it to Stitch Circle Saturday to share with you guys. So you'll see what it looks like. Now on to trivia. 1 second. Everybody's saying hello. I just want to make sure that I'm staying on top of the chat. Yes, I know you're wiggling, and I apologize. Coffee. Anyway, let's see where we are. This is the perfect question for this very minute. What small win did you have this week? And what can we celebrate right now? Now, let me give you a caveat before you start typing. Please, no direct self-promotion for those of us who are content creators or in any way that leans towards a business, especially in this niche. Beyond that, did you have a small win this week? My small win is I did not spiral while dealing with an unforeseeable issue related to being here with us today. So that's my small win. My big win, I'm wearing her. She is done. Now, was I still stitching on the sleeves last night? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Absolutely was, because at the last minute I realized, yeah, no, that doesn't look right. So I had to pull the stitches out and reattach the sleeves. I followed the directions, but this particular yarn, no matter how you look at it, it looks backwards to me. That's just me being honest. However, the final result is so pretty that I'm grateful that I used this yarn. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And for those of you who were with me, by the way, I think I was inhabited by aliens on Monday, because I'm still trying to figure out how on earth I made it 4 hours. I survived the learning of the Sentro. I haven't learned anything yet. I'm we will have a redo somehow, somewhere. Stay tuned. We will figure it out, and however we work that out, we will make it happen. Understand that Sometimes a pivot is necessary. I've been telling you guys this since I turned my camera on. Be prepared for a pivot. If something's not working, don't stick with what's not working. If something isn't bringing you peace, love, and joy, send it on its way because it's not intended. You can't force a 5-weight yarn to look the same as a 1-weight. Same is true of what may be happening in real time in real life. I can't force my phone to show up on this screen because honestly, I don't know what's happening. And that's not I'm not good enough or I'm not smart enough. I just don't have the knowledge yet. And the operative word there is honestly yet. So, yes, you learn what doesn't work. Exactly. It's like riding a bike. Uh, Newsflash, I can't ride a bike, so that's not a reference I can lean on. I will fall. When you what is it? I'm sorry. When you get it figured out. I'm never gonna figure it out because I'm not. Yeah. Oh, I get your reference. Once I know it, I know it. And then it'll be just that easy for me. It's kind of like being able to make a single crochet. Once you know how to do it, you know how to do it for as long as you know how to do it. And that's the beauty of it. I'm assuming it's pretty simple. I just need to do it from behind the scenes so that I can do it in front of you. But sometimes I love making mistakes in front of you because I have no problem being vulnerable with you guys. She said, "Oh no. Oh yeah, Michelle never learned how to ride a bike. It was not something I ever really wanted to do. The concept of falling as a child, no thank you. You will master that knitting machine because I know you are a very determined person." So true. I will master that machine because I own it. It does not own me. So there is that. So that's my small win of the week, and I'm excited. Um, ooh, now this is a fun question. What is your favorite treat yourself moment that doesn't cost a lot of money? And I'm thinking, think reasonably or whatever may be reasonable for your budget because person A's budget for reasonable might be $300. Person B's might be $3. And I'm not judging anybody's pocket. I'm just asking you, what is your simple treat yourself item? It might be an ice cream cone. It might be a particular skein of yarn. I'm trying to think, what is my treat myself? Because part of my mandatory operating system is coffee. There's that. What is my treat myself? I think for me, my treat myself is, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think my treat myself should be? Buying patterns. Yes. But no, that's a standard operating procedure for me because in order to do the things that I do, a tall glass of Pepsi, I like it. I won't drink it because I don't like Pepsi. I'm a Coke girl. But definitely buying a new pattern. Yes. I like, see, maybe I should consider that a treat myself. Okay, tweak, buying a new pattern book. I am, you can hear my books over there. I live for a book, a new pattern book, a new styling, book, or even this book that I bought at the encouragement of someone else. This is not something I've opened a lot, but I do love looking through it and getting ideas of how to make this or how to style that. Now, my expenses treat is buying gold jewelry. I hear you. Mm, for me, jewelry isn't really the thing it should be, or it could be. I see it, but I often forget to put it on. I will not I'm not going to show you because it would include a lot of my mess. But behind my iPad are necklaces that probably go with more than half my wardrobe. I never wear them. I never wear them. Some of it is because when you add all the things that I have to wear in a day, especially if it's my work day, I'm wearing an apron because I need extra pockets. And honestly, because depending on what the activity of the day is, I'm going to get dirty. Cherry said, Pepsi is a necessity along with my coffee, right? Function and flow. Know what you need. My backup, of course, is my water. I'm going to have her as well because I need both. Those are necessities. Jewelry is a luxury expense, but it's a luxury expense I'm trying to be mindful to not purchase because I forget to wear it. I almost always have on my rose gold earrings. Cherry says I'm not really a jewelry person. See, I have two sets of headphones that I wear pretty much every day. I have the ones, I used to have one that worked for both devices. What I learned was when your headphones break or they're not functioning properly, you can't use them on either device. So that's not necessarily helpful. So currently, I'm using two different headsets. The one that I have set up for my iPad and the one that I have set up for my phone. That way I can be multitasking separately. Well, my necklace stays on and my earrings are kept on. I respect and appreciate that. What I was saying about one of my headphone sets is it literally because it's the ones that you just the open what they call open ear headphones. They connect to a charging device which hangs around my neck. I can put it on the inside of my apron in front of my shirt, but it kind of acts as a necklace. And I have to be smart about the fact that my clients like to climb up on me, they'll hug me or they'll hold me. And if they grab something on my neck, it needs to be something that can't hurt them or me. Necklaces, oh, if you break my necklace, we may have to have a conversation that's going to end with you leaving permanently. No. So rather than go that route, we just don't. And again, I can't wear dangly earrings, so that's not even an option for me. And that part too is okay. I don't mind it because I think it forces me to be conscious of okay, the earrings are in. I eat, sleep, drink the whole nine yards in the earrings that I'm wearing. Occasionally, I will switch to the pearl ball earring, but I typically wear very small, very dainty earrings because I have a big head. I don't need to draw big attention to it. So there's that. Mm, thank you. So, did I check that off? Yes, I did. Ooh. Okay, sugar, before you say that's not me, you get it in other ways. But here's the question. And what is the best compliment you've ever received about your work? And I know that what I said may make sense to others as well, but I specifically say this to Sugar because Sugar has sent some beautiful things out into this world. And one of them I have the luxury of owning. And I won't show it because it's mine, but I'm literally looking at it. So, what is one compliment you've received? I think I think the one compliment I think if Sugar could stick her tongue out at me, she would. Um, one compliment that I've received. Um, Many of the items that I make go to people I never see or meet. So I can't necessarily point to one direct compliment. I have gifted items that I made and people have received and loved. I have a friend who said in their early retirement, I want to learn how to crochet. And I remember this is long before I had a channel, long before I even thought I wanted to do tutorials, I started directing them into spaces that I followed for learning new pattern techniques. And I thought these were the type of teachers that would be great for this person. Here's what I know today: I was wrong. I was wrong. However, the beauty of it is their child crochets now. Hey, Persephone, welcome in. I am watching, you're watching me live. Hello. Good morning. You are not late. You are perfectly on time. You missed all the bad behavior and the shenanigans. And as for the Centro, tried it, messed up. We'll try again another day. Today is not the day for that. The Centro has told me no. So I'm listening because, yes, we listen, we pivot. We've done that. Welcome in. And I'm so, so glad you're here. Of course, we've moved into our trivia. I hope you have your coffee or your drink of choice, whatever that may be. Guys, if you haven't done so, please do me a simple task. As I exit the chat for just a second, make sure you're hitting like on the opening right beneath the description box, because what that does is tell YouTube that A, we are live, and B, that we're having a good time, even in the transition of what we're doing. She said, "Yay! Yes, love it. Glad you're here, sweetie." The only thing I hope people say is that they like the gift and appreciate the work I put into it. Well, I've seen some of your work, and I know that I'm lucky to have seen it. I can't imagine owning it. You have such an amazing talent, and many of you do. Many of you do. I peek. I don't always speak, but I peek. And luckily for me, I get to see the things that you create. Those things are such an honor to me to enjoy. They inspire me to pick up my hook on days when I'm like, I could just listen to an audiobook and do nothing more. But no, I'm always encouraged when I see a new this or a new that. Hey, she said, just got my Centro out so I can use it and at least learn how to use it. Okay, did it jump back? Okay, Angela, I think you might have started over, or maybe I'm confusion. I have put our Centro away for the day, just for today. But Angela, we are going to do this. We are going to pull it out again. So when we pull it out again, then I will have more knowledge, because behind the scenes, I'm sure people who know more about it than I are going to reach out to me and give me some advice and encouragement. Please, friend, please. Friend, if we're not friends on Facebook, make sure that we become friends so that I can learn from you, because I need to know. Sugar, if you know, talk to me. Help me. There is a commercial that says that, and it cracks me up each and every time. So forgive me and my squirrely behavior today. Let us find another fun question. Ooh, okay, because I've done this. I don't know why I've done this. I'm the queen of the house. I should be allowed to do what I choose. But have you ever hidden a delivery from someone you live with? I've done it for two different reasons. Thank you, friend. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Charlotte, welcome in. Um, I've been here listening and eating my breakfast. And what are we having for breakfast? Thank you, Charlotte. This is the top that I was working on Memorial Day. Thank you. But have I hidden yarn? Mm-hmm. Am I about to hide some more? Mm-hmm. Because I have some more coming, but I'm not telling them. Do I put it in boxes of things that they don't think yarn comes in, like maybe a Costco box? And will I hide it for weeks and then move it off to the storage unit and never say a word? And then when they ask, can you make me XYZ? And I say, remember all the yarn you're telling me I'm buying too much of? I do all of that. I'm guilty. Yes, all the time. LOL. See. Ah. Oh, we need some rapid fire too, by the way, guys. So we're going to hit a little bit of that. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys just a couple of more seconds. Yep, because they trying to capture it. They're trying to capture it, but you know what? My philosophy, until I start charging you directly for my time, the yarn, and my talent, you have nothing to say about the yarn I buy. Yes, when it's a present, I need to hide it under their birthday or okay, I get it. See, now that's the other reason I have been known to hide yarn. If I'm working on a particular project, like when I was making a top for my daughter a couple of months ago, I completely hid that yarn from her. She had no idea it was even in the house. And then when I presented it with her, to her, to her, she was like, "I never saw this yarn." I just kind of went, "Well, and let it go." But then that made her open the door to ask, "So what else are you hiding from me?" And the answer is none of your business. Beautiful. Having pepper bacon grits and eggs. Love that. Love that. Well, it's not yarn for me. I know, but are we hiding a secret account to somebody's art supply store for informational purposes only? That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna tell on her, because she had better never tell on me. I'm gonna try to work on a granny ripple blanket. Oh my goodness, I bet it's gonna be gorgeous. What color? Tell, please, I want to know. I like I said, I am working on another top, but it's a top related to the video that I'm doing Monday. I won't get it done in time to discuss live on Monday. Plus, that video is recorded, so you're not going to see the top anyway. But you will see it later on in the fall. Yes, I know I said I was going to do a duster sweater for fall, but I have lots of things to do for fall into winter. So this is just one of them, and it's a quick and easy one. So there's that. Wait a minute, did I check off? Okay, for some of you, this may not even be a question, but do you count your stitches out loud, or are you a don't talk to me, I'm counting person? I'm using mandala yarn. I have a bunch of that. Ooh, what names? No, I don't hide my art supplies, as you shouldn't. As you shouldn't. So I'm trying to think. Do I say this out loud? I think I can, because I'm pretty sure that the child who watches my content won't connect the pieces. So, as you guys know, I ordered this yarn for this top from Michaels. Well, of course, Michaels will reward you with extra. Sugar said, "Don't talk to me." I literally have a T-shirt and a cup that say that. Don't talk to me. No, talking to me while counting will be met with louder counting. But I just ordered, I think, 4 mandala cakes. But in my defense, I had like $20 off of the 4. So there was that. Kim is the same. Don't talk to me, I'm counting. I don't have to hide yarn or art supplies, because I have one room in my 2-story house. Perfect. Oh, I love that for you. Cherry said, if they talk to me when I'm counting, I start counting very loudly until they stop. See, this is what we do. Okay, you guys ready for a little bit of rapid fire? Just a little. Just a little. Which is your preference? Bright dopamine colors or muted earth tones? Now, I know for me, I am actually a little more in the middle. This would be considered an earth tone because it has a brown undertone. And I'm not talking about my complexion, however. Anyway, different projects call for different colors for me. Never interrupt me when I'm counting. right? I try not to do any counting while my old man is around. Respect. And Sugar and Kim both say bright. Give me the bright. It kind of, again, I fall towards the more neutral earth tone colors are more me. And see, you guys are all bright colored people. I love it. I have plenty of bright colors. I do. I own them. But if it's for me, it's going to be probably an earth tone. It's going to be a neutral. I think because I have a gregarious personality, that is why I wear more safe colors. But in my defense, the other side of that coin, as it were, when I'm working with my daycare kids, if we're working on a particular project or a particular story or whatever, sometimes my colors are a little more vibrant and bold just because that's what they like. They need those visual stimuli, and that plays into how I teach certain lessons and things like that. But there's that. Um, Solid colors are variegated. Which is your preference? And yes, I need to remember to check this stuff off because I forget. And I just asked the question. There we are. Boom. And Cherry said, depends on who I'm working on things for. But me, I like pinks and purples most of the time. See, with pink being the primary, even if it's not. You guys know pink is my favorite color. And I say that and almost never wear pink. I just the other day was having a talk with my daughter who wears pink all the time. Thank you. And she said, I want to borrow your pink headband. And I said, why? And Charlotte said both. Vivian said variegated. Yes. Let it do the work. And I was like, why would you want to borrow my headband? And she said, because realistically, one, you've never worn it. Two, you're probably never going to wear it. You own literally maybe two pink tops, one white dress that has some pink in it. Purple is your primary. Okay. Pink cherry. I love it. I love it. And see, we know Sugar is red, but red is just the bold version of pink. So I said what I said. You can discuss it in the comments. I will overlook it. Now, socks, slippers, and I'm going to add one more to that, or barefoot. What are you? What say you? Are you a sock person, a slipper person, or do we go barefoot? Are we barefooting? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I will not judge you. Purple is the primary. Okay, okay. Respect, respect. And see, for me, it depends on the circumstance. Now, here's what's crazy. I'm in my room, the safety and privacy of my inner sanctum, right? I have shoes on right now. Well, they're sandals, but the shoes. Well, you keep the 9 bold of red. Somebody's got to be the keeper of the royalty color. My royalty color. Her Majesty prefers her pinks. And it's funny, I just said about the pink headband because my daughter asked to borrow it the other day. She didn't even take it. It's still sitting right there. And no, I can't reach it. It's on the other side of the overhead hutch that I need to learn how to reattach this camera to. We'll work that out another day. The brain is always braining, ladies and gentlemen. Always braining. Ooh. Barefoot 90% of the time. See, I'm almost never barefoot. If I'm barefoot, it's because I'm going toward a pair of shoes. And I know there are people who will wear tennis shoes, running shoes, whatever you want to call them, without socks. I could never. flip-flops until winter. Now, see, I want to be a flip-flop girly, but they're flat and I cannot. Barefoot in my home. By the way, purple is my primary. I didn't know that. I love that. Barefoots and slippers. Now, see, again, no. Mm-mm. And I don't know how many of you are of a particular age. I'm a Gen Xer. And I remember watching like Bewitched and all those TV shows from back in the day where they had those bougie slippers for ladies of leisure that had like the poofiness on the tops of the slippers. Some were heels, some were flats, but they were all so beautiful. And I thought, when I grow up, I want slippers like that. So here's what I did, because yes, this is me telling on myself. Shh, we won't tell I told. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I wear my house slippers. Yes, yes. Angela, thank you. See, team slipper. Cherry said, must have on socks with my tennis shoes, right? I wear Vionic flip-flops. They are orthopedic. No flat ones for me either. See, I'm flat-footed, so I cannot do that. But oh, me and the bougie slipper. Wait a minute, let me see. Where is my phone? Yes, we had a finder. I bought these slippers. I don't even know if the thing is still on the website. Let's get rid of you. We are done with you. Here, let's do this. Open, shoot it. There. I had to turn the other thing off. Can we find? There we are. I'm looking for my Amazon app because I want to tell you the brand of slipper if it's still in my history. It may not be because I bought them forever ago, but I'm ordering a new pair. And they are simply gorgeous. They have like a satin cover and a little rhinestone accent. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know. It may not be in here because, okay, the brand of shoe is called Daniel Green. Now I have the leather ones, which is the Dormy slipper. I bought those back in 2021. And the other one is a Dormy slipper with a twist. And oh, let's see if I can click it and show you the shoe. Okay, I can show you the shoe, but it does not it's not in the same color that I bought because I bought black. Let's see. Can I? That's the slipper. I know it's flat. I know it's bougie, but have we never met? Your girl is a wee bit bougie. I love these slippers. I love them. I'm trying to see. There's not even a listing. It says not currently available. Let me see if that brand still has a store on Amazon. The things I look up for us, because of course your bougie girlfriend has to know and do. Why not? No, it's not. There's other shoes, but no, not like those slippers. I'm telling you, when I saw that advertisement, I was like, oh, I have to have that right now. And honestly, what it did was it took me back to when I was a kid and my father wore house slippers. And they weren't just the ones that the men wear now where they just slide their feet in. No, they had a whole heel. They oh my goodness. We would go downtown and purchase these shoes. I want to say they were like $65 a pair then. And we're talking the mid and early 70s. Well, late 70s, because by the time the 80s came along, he had kind of gotten away from wearing those. But oh my goodness, I used to love when my father would come home from work and he'd ask me or my brother, hey, can you go get my house slippers? And you go by the side of his bed and there they were. I am such a lucky person that that's a memory that brings me such joy, because not all of my memories are good, just to be honest. Anyway, on to more positive and influential thoughts. Okay, now this is me minding your business just a little. Are you a pattern person, or are you a wing it? Or do you get the pattern and say, now that makes no darn sense, and flip the script? What do you do? What do you do? I want to know, because I know for the most part, in the beginning, I tend to be a pattern person, but I will absolutely see how something's going, decide it's not working for me personally, frog it, and do something completely different. And I just realized I did not change the scroll at the bottom, but the rules are pretty much the same: no politics, no religion, no grandstanding or self promotion. But the rest of it, is secondary. So, and I need to switch my page so we can get a few more questions. And because this is, guys, did you all realize this is literally the last Saturday of the month? I need to prepare more questions because June is on the horizon. And I think tomorrow is a haircut day for my youngest. Pattern, but I might flip a bit, right? See, once I own the pattern, that is a recipe. It is not a pattern, because I might do it exactly the way you have it written, or I might totally ignore all of that. And oh my goodness, I've told you I love adding to my library. I added a book to my library, and when Lady Elaine watches the replay of this, she's gonna be like, "I told you to send that back. This was a mistake. This is a bad book. This has so many AI images in it of stitches that were never created and are not real. I am so disappointed. I can't show you the intellectual writing in here, though it's owned by AI. So, no, I'm sorry." Charlotte said, "I'm still learning how to read patterns, mostly use tutorials." Charlotte, be patient with yourself. I certainly hope you are using the Cozy Encyclopedia, because I am working diligently to connect the abbreviations, the symbols for graphs and things like that, all within the tutorial component, so that when you look at a pattern, you're understanding the gobbledygook of it all, so that it all makes sense. I do recommend get the written pattern if you're going to do a tutorial, or to watch a tutorial, so you can learn what they're saying. Pattern, but definitely change it up if it needs it, right? But even if it doesn't, sometimes the putting your stamp on something personalizes it in ways a pattern never could. Good morning, make it do. Welcome in. I am so glad you're here. It's been a busy one. Made it to work, and now I can enjoy the rest of the time with you online. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so glad you're here. I hope your commute was easy breezy. I try to do a pattern, but I do look at videos. I think that's perfect. It's the absolute perfect marriage between what you see and what you read. That's a good thing. So, more questions, more questions. Um, and I'm laughing because we've gone through so many of these questions. I do try very hard not to repeat the question if I can help it. Um, I think I asked this, but I'm going to ask it again because I don't remember the answers. What is your favorite way to unplug from your phone? And like I said, I think we've asked that, but I really do want to know. I don't know that I can unplug from my phone. So there's that. And Charlotte said, yes, appreciate the videos that you explain the terms of stitches. I'm so grateful. I really am. Hey, Niecy. Ah, yes, I get to sit down and eat breakfast now. hearty homemade almond butter oatmeal with oatmeal and cinnamon and a sprinkle of walnuts. Okay, everybody, let's all go to the cabin. We are going to pull her bowl away from her and eat it up from her because that sounds delicious. I love reading a pattern while watching a tutorial. Sugar said, turn it off. Nisi said, I love to read, right? Nothing like having a book in your hands. I love to read. I love books. I am guilty of spending way too much money on books. However, I can only read a book one time and then I can never read it again. I detest that about me, but I can't change it. My brain fills in all the information. When I say spoiler alert, like the red sirens, the flashing lights, all of that is happening in my brain if I try to reread a book. Uh, make it uh, make it read a book to me while I crochet away. See, now now I think there's a thing where an app or something you can put on your phone so that you just lay your phone down on the book that you want it to read out loud to you. Now, please understand, I have Audible, I have Kindle, I have the Kindle Unlimited thing. Team, way too many Audible books, and let's be realistic. YouTube is its own library of audio books. So all of that is going on, and I am working on adding chapters of books. Well, one book in particular right now, and I'm not going to give away the title, so that I can upload that to my other channel. Yes, we are talking about my second channel, but I won't name it. It is in the description box for you to take a look at. Me too, reading over books again and again. I cannot. I want to. I can't. I usually leave the phone on the table in the living room, but I keep my iPad close by. I have all those things and do the same. Then I catch myself quoting saying, see, Nisi, I do that too. I am notorious for quoting a book in a general conversation. Cherry said, I love reading, but do that on my tablet, so not really disconnected. Same. I'm a sensory seeker, so I love the way the pages feel in my hands and love the smell of books, right? It's something about it. And different book publishers have different ink scents. That's just me. And Make It Do said, Kindle Assistive Reader reads the book so I don't have audiobooks. So I don't have audiobooks to me. Okay. I can honestly respect that because, yeah, giving you the description can be beneficial. For people with visual impairments, that is so critically important too. I think of that when I realize how lucky we are to live in the world we do today. Yes, Kindle Unlimited is what I use. I use Kindle Unlimited to supplement all the other books. And then I love cozy mysteries, which I couldn't have even said 2 years ago. I didn't know what it was, never read them. And now I'm addicted. Addicted. What they say about bound books with a different scent too. Right, right. And I'm hardcover book versus a softbound. I'll read a softbound if I have to. But if I love the author, I'm buying the hardbound. And I think we talked about this the other day, but I genuinely love certain authors so much that even when I know I don't have time to sit down with their books, I will absolutely buy their book to support them. It matters to me. So that's a little bit about my shenanigans. And I will not admit out loud to anyone but my sweet relative that I just gave almost $300 worth of books to this past winter because I've read them all and I can't read them again. So there's that. Some authors don't release audiobooks, so the assistive reader in Kindle will read their books to me. See, I didn't even realize that. Again, spoiled behavior on my part. I did not know that some authors don't release an audiobook. I always thought that was kind of part and parcel now. I just don't have time to sit and read a good book and still crochet and get my chores done. Well, see, the third part, I'm gonna have to get more into doing chores. I don't know who that's gonna be. It won't be me. It will be. It will be. I'll get wild and crazy and clean up. It won't last. Um, if you could write a short letter to your 10-year-old self, what would the core of that message be? If you could write just a short letter to your 10-year-old you, what would it be? I would have to read that letter to double nickel plus one in addition to the 10-year-old me because the message is the same. Ma'am, you don't have to be the boss of everything. I'm not listening to either one. I feel like if it's going to be done right, it's going to be done by me. And I bite off way more than I can chew. That's just the truth. I will try to do everything. And I'm able to accomplish a lot. Let me give myself the grace I deserve. I am able to accomplish a lot. But there's so many things I don't get done because there's too many things that I have chosen to take on the responsibility of. Don't give up on knitting. Cherry, I won't give up on the knitting machine. I've had my knitting era. I knitted for 10 years. I don't choose to go back to it because it's slow. I'm excited to learn how to use that knitting machine because I know that it will give me all that zhuzh that knitting offers, minus the cabling, which I dearly love. And I want to return to hairpin lace. But again, this girl putting more on her plate than she can honestly do has got to stop. That is how I overwhelm and burn out. And I am really, really trying to avoid that. That is kind of what happened last year to me. Those of you who've been around me for a while know June is a struggle month for me. Not just because it's a hard month to transition from the winter and the excitement that is spring, but because it's there was a lot of loss in that month for me. September's kind of like that as well. But for me, just pacing myself is such a challenge. I don't know. Do you guys suffer with pacing? I'm notorious with I want it all done. I want it all done right now. I have microwave mindset when it comes to my ability to do things. No, it doesn't work. And that's how I burn myself up. So this year we are intentionally building in space and blocks and control so that I don't wear me out. Ignore mom when she decided that I should not join the tomboy activities I wanted to do the girly things she wanted me to do. I think there should always be a balance. I think there should always be a balance. But love your 10-year-old self. Who else has a message to the 10-year-old self? No, that's what I would tell my 10-year-old self. Don't give up on the knitting. Oh, I thought you were telling me. I'm so sorry. See, again, making it all about me. How dare I? Mom tried to teach me when I was 10. She taught me both, but only the crocheting stuck. Cherry, you can do it. Go back and try again. The talents that I've seen you generate in crochet, ma'am, you could pick up knitting like yesterday. And we've seen others do it. So, and I'm not saying you're smarter than them, but you might be smarter than them. So try, please. I love, you can do it. You can do it. I think we all Homework to the circle. We should all write a letter to our 10-year-old selves. And if you could speak to you today as your 10-year-old self, what would you say to you today that your 10-year-old self would have wanted you to accomplish? And will it change the next 10 years? See, don't get me started on the philosophical. You know, Michelle will go down that rabbit hole. Bless. Cherry can knit. She made me a bunny. Really? I'm knitting now, and I'll send you a picture of the Alaska hat that I started with. Excellent. Please do. Please do. Oh, thank you. When I tell you, I am so grateful for coffee this morning. Yes. Ooh. What is one word you want to define your upcoming week? Not one word would you say encapsulates it. What one word would you want to define your upcoming week? And I'm going to take a word off the table so you can't use it. Productive. No. Productive is not a word you can add. I've been knitting for about 1.5 years now. See? Yes. What one word do I want to use to describe the upcoming week? Beautiful. I want this week to be beautiful. I want every time I walk into a room where I see a mirror, I don't see me or the reflection that it's telling me. Instead, I see beauty, beauty in the space, beauty in the timeline, beauty in every avenue, whether it's the little thing about the cuteness of my toothbrush or the pretty towels that I hung in the bathroom this week, the blanket laying on my sofa, the cup that I'm sipping out of, whatever it is, I want beauty to be the definition around everything for this upcoming week. That's what I want. That's my word for the week, beauty. I like that for me. In fact, let's write her down. Word of the week. Yes, I am literally writing it down. Amazing. Sugar, yes. Amazing. Okay, rabbit and squirrel moment. How many of you watched Schoolhouse Rock as kids? I and I know this has nothing to do with this circle or this experience, but for me right now, Schoolhouse Rock is coming up in my head because I just overnight, one of the nights that I should have been asleep and was awake, I watched a video about the story of Schoolhouse Rock, how it came to be, who were some of the principal musicians and songwriters. Okay, I emailed you the Alaska hat picture. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the knitted kitty. Woo, woo, woo. Yes. See, Sugar is saying me to the Schoolhouse Rock. Learning how so many of those songwriters and honestly how it came to be, because I could never understand. Hey Kitty, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I could never understand How did you ah, freedom? And I'm back. Anyway, you only lost me for a second. 1 second. I'm back. Let me tap. Not me. It was not on TV when I was a kid. I was a Captain Kangaroo and Woody Woodpecker fan. I loved Captain Kangaroo, Mr. Green Jeans. That was my boy. I loved Mr. Green Jeans. Um, but Schoolhouse Rock was like 1971, 1972, and then on and forward. And Charlotte's waving like, yep, this girl, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. 1 second. I grew up with Schoolhouse Rock too. See, yes. Schoolhouse Rock had such a profound impact on me because though I am now very well versed in the math of it all, I struggled with math. Like the timetables, I thought were gonna take me out, which is ironic because everything else seemed to come so easy to me that math was something I had to honestly invest time in learning. And I was not the girl who wanted to invest in anything. It should have come easy or it wasn't for me, which might be why I can't ride a bike because it didn't come easy. I can roller skate, I can swim, all of those things, fine. Gotcha. But no, I struggled with math as a child. And way back in the day, Schoolhouse Rock. See, but Schoolhouse Rock had a revival in the early 2000s. And I think then that learning concept of applying music and core subjects like the preamble. I remember before you could graduate from 8th grade, promote beyond 8th grade, I think it was called. You had to know the preamble and the Bill of Rights. These were requirements, at least in my school. And I struggled with those things, but having song lyrics make that easier for me to digest and understand made all the difference to my learning. I apply so many of those concepts today when I'm teaching things to my son, who is an adult, but my son has intellectual challenges. So adding music as an undercurrent, I'm just a bill, right? See, conjunction junction. I literally, and I'm sure I could find it if I looked really hard. See, Cherry understands me. Um, it was those songs. I wanted to know what was the reasoning behind it. Why were they always only 3 minutes? And what I didn't realize was the company who was tapped to create Schoolhouse Rock, and it wasn't always called Schoolhouse Rock, it was called Scholastic something. And of course, the Scholastic enterprise ended up suing that advertisement company because, yes, it was an ad agency that created Schoolhouse Rock. They actually stole the name Schoolhouse Rock from Elvis and his big hit Jailhouse Rock. When I tell you I deep dive the strangest things, this is what I'm talking about. I have the DVD of all of them. Oh mercy. See, I that would That would break my brain because I love them. Like, I may be on the hunt for them very soon because I want to be able to add them to the teaching components that I offer to my daycare kids. Because especially now, it's so important to create that core learning opportunity early. And I like being able to make sure that my clients, before they're able to do the things that say I can't, have every opportunity to say I can. Now, I will not potty train. Let me be clear. No, but I will teach everything that I can. And I try to apply that to our space and our community, which is why part of my brain kept saying, you cannot get into the teaching space. You cannot do tutorials. And I had to push right on past the naysayer in me and say, you have to. You have to. What are you offering to this crochet community other than which you do enough of, Michelle? But I wanted to offer more. And I think my teaching style is unique enough that it works for our space. Now, most of you who watch me currently, a few of you who don't and will come later, hi you, hi future you, I love you. But many of you are already crocheters. But remember how I said you have the knowledge, but then you want to know the knowledge behind the knowledge? Hence, me and Schoolhouse Rock. A lot of you seem to be like that as well. And that is why I structure the Cozy Encyclopedia the way that I do. It isn't enough for me to know why, when I'm trying to create a double crochet, it has a slight tilt. Because if my double crochet is tilting, my trebles, my double trebles, my triple trebles, they're going to be all over the planet. But understanding why they're doing what they're doing helps me course correct without frog, make it, frog, make it, frog, make it. And maybe that works for you too. I'm just saying. Not to mention, there are so many things that I've learned from books that I could have never learned from a tutorial because the reality of it is I'm always multitasking. And from what I can tell about many of you, you're the same. So if you're a multitasker like me, this is your community, darling. Welcome. So I had to get that off my chest because you know your girl can get preachy. Let's just go there first. She can get preachy. But I love that about us. I forgot to check that off. What is your favorite way to give back to your community? And community can be qualified as in the space you live in, or if you have a collection of friends or whatever you want to qualify community as. What is your favorite way to give back? I think my favorite way to give back, I just kind of spoke about teaching. I love, love to teach. Cherry said, my brain is filled with an abundance of useless knowledge. It's not useless, it just has not been assigned the task it needs yet. So it is holding in reserve. It's it's space saving until it's ready to reveal itself. I don't think it's useless knowledge. You know more than I do. I'm telling you, I know you do. So, yay! Mm, thank you. So, hmm, I'm trying to think. I think my way, like I said, is teaching. But the other thing, of course, is anonymous gifting. I don't give things to flex. I don't give things to absolve myself for anything. I give because I know what it feels like to not have. It comes in handy when I'm watching Jeopardy. I don't get to watch Jeopardy anymore. Jeopardy in my community comes on at the same time that I am either preparing dinner, writing up the list of things I need to get done, making notes for parents, or sometimes, honestly, trying to remember my name because I have done so much that I have forgotten way more than I probably should have. And just so you know, if you guys are hearing noise in the background, my youngest is home today. They are not working today, so they are with me. And I have instructed them not to enter. However, they're loud and I hear them. I like gifting to people. Yes. I think that's what I like about a lot of us are the same in that regard. We are gifters, but that again, the nerd in me is going, why do you gift? And I think recently, well, not too recently, because this person is no longer in my space. Somebody accused me of gifting as a way of buying friends. I'm like, but the people I give to never know that it was I that gave them these things. So how does that win anything for me? And they didn't really have a solid answer. And that basically told me that's projection. They connect with people not because they want to be connected to people, but it's the one upsmanship of it. And I'm like, this is not somebody I can be friends with because I don't do that. I don't like that. I'm not better than anyone that I've shared things with. I just happen to have a particular set of skills that they may have and choose not to use. And I think you're amazing at both, Charlotte. She says it's gifting and listening. I need to learn to listen more. I do listen to my friends. I do listen to people who want to share things with me, whether it's knowledge, information. That tells me they are knuckleheads. I love you, sugar. I love you. Yes, I literally had a person accuse me of being the type of person who gifted things as a way to transactionally connect with people. I just don't have the patience for that. I no. Like one of the charity organizations, the coordinator knows that I'm the person behind it, but the spaces that those things go to don't know at all. I may get a note that says we need 40 hats. Sometimes I make a few of them and then purchase some because your girl stays on the swivel for a steal and a deal. And I'm going to buy, a lot of things if I can. If I can afford it, I'm absolutely going to do it. But moreover, it's because I remember when everybody was wearing Sassoon and Gloria Vanderbilt and Jordache jeans. My family couldn't afford that. And I didn't wear them. But I also didn't wear jeans to school. Mostly because why are you staring at my rear end? Ew. Ew. And that wasn't me. I liked being a little bit off as far as the fashion of it all because you could never pigeonhole me. And honestly, some of it was because many of my clothes were hand me down, second and third generation. So we didn't have money like that. And, kids that wore 2 and 3 polos. And remember the Dickie polos with the extra colors because you had to have 3 tops. You stink because you have on a bunch of tops. Ew. I remember those people thinking they were better than me. I may not be able to afford what you wear, but I can absolutely afford to know what you know. So you fast forward, I'm in a position today, thank heavens, to be able to do things for those who may not right now be able to do things for themselves. It might be one of the reasons why I like to gift to organizations that support children. If I didn't gift my makes, I wouldn't have a reason to make my favorite projects. I am sending you a humongous hug for that. Yes, I like practicing certain stitches and things like that. Wait a minute. I'm trying not to, like, this one is dirty, but this is just a little practice dishcloth. And it's dirty because I've been using it. But I make those because I can knock out 15 of those in a month, drop them in a box. And then when I have enough where one of the organizations I support calls and says, hey, we need, some dishcloths or washcloths. Can you possibly donate some in the near future? And I'm like, absolutely. And then I'll say, well, where do they need to go? Do they need to go to this facility? Do they need to go to this house? Do they need to go? Where do they need to go? And then I will just, usually in the middle of the night, to be very honest, pop them in the car, take a ride, drop them off, come home, get the daycare started. That's simple. It doesn't take a lot of effort on my part. And while the kids are having circle time, or I should probably be answering emails, I'm working on a dishcloth. It's all about flexing my time appropriately, but it's also about remembering my why. That stays on my mind. I live for that. And I'm glad to know so many of you are like me in that regard. Um Ooh, I gotta ask you a question. And I said it that way. When you hear the question, you'll understand why I ask it. Have you ever made a gift for someone and then liked it so much you didn't gift it? Hmm. How many of you might be in that same wheelhouse? Because I'm sitting here smiling and laughing because I've done that. Where I was making a throw for someone. And it isn't that I didn't gift it, I just made like 3 more so that I would have some for me. Having places that need donations keeps me motivated. I love it. I have a few organizations that I'm able to donate to. And that takes me back around because I know we haven't talked about it today, but the butterfly pattern is in the final component of being tested. There was something that was brought to my attention. I tell you guys all the time, and as if you didn't know it already, I'm very wordy. And writing a pattern is very different than talking. And there were way too many words in the way I said what I needed to say to construct this pattern. So that component is something that we are trying to work out appropriately so that when you get the pattern, it makes sense to you. Now, am I going to do a tutorial? Absolutely. Is that tutorial going to make sense? Fingers crossed, but we can't be sure. So the combination of that and knowing what the purpose and the mission for that butterfly is why I am being so precautious with this particular project. Oh, good. I didn't miss the butterfly update. No, not at all. Thank you. Um, I have made a gift for a distant family member and then decided they really didn't deserve the effort, and I donated to someone more appreciative. See, I have this was a lesson I learned in a different way. Not with crochet, but with baking. I had a relative who was about to be a grandparent for the first time, or maybe the third time or the fourth time. She has a lot of grandkids, and she's younger than me, but bless, because her kids have chosen to have children, and I think that's amazing for them. However, what just like was offensive to me was one of her children was having triplets. That doesn't run in my family, by the way. Not normally. It apparently it does, but she was an anomaly. Nonetheless, this relative had the unmitigated gall to call and say, "Well, we're having a shower for the babies, and we need 3 cakes, not one, not two, 3 cakes, because we're inviting all of the classmates from school." Now, mind you, this is a person who's been out of school for a minute. And I just, the more I think about it, the more incensed I get. And mind you, this was like in the late teens of the 2010s, 2015, that window of time. But you had the nerve to ask me for 3 cakes, and not just simple sheet cakes, because I don't think I would have minded that so much. You wanted these very ornate cakes with hand scrolled name writing and all these, different color flower motifs. And you wanted, let's just put it this way, I did the conservative pricing at that time for these 3 cakes. Each cake would have cost about $250. And you wanted that for free. Oh, and you wanted it for next weekend. Yeah. Yeah, I learned very quickly the words, "What's your budget?" shuts down all the insanity. What's your budget? Oh, it sounds like you have a Walmart budget. Yeah, I don't do Walmart cakes. I just don't. But good luck with that. And it's funny how people will pay others what they expect you to use your expertise for free. So there's that. I like this question. What song puts you in a better mood no matter what? There's a new one for me, and I can't play it because YouTube and its restrictions. But the artist's name is Mama Duke, and she was on America's Got Talent, I think. I don't know. Um Feel So Good to Be You, I think is the name of the song. But oh my goodness, it is a banger. I love this song. I love this song. Like, I will make a community post after this live stream and share the artist name, tag the channel, because she has a channel. And if I can link the song, I will. I promise you, no matter what my mindset is, I can listen to that song and I'm like, I'm up and ready to make it happen. Make It Do said, "Country Roads" by Don Jent. I love Denver. And I think I was so blue. I'll use that word. When I found out he was no more, it literally hurt me in ways I can't say. "Melissa, I'm Drunken Outside" is my favorite song right now. I've never heard this. You have to send me that. Send me that song. I want to hear it. "Melissa, I'm Drunken Outside." Now, see, that would make me giggle. Just the title is Team Too Much, and I love it. But yeah, that definitely not my theme song. But the the current song that I'm stuck on is definitely, yeah, classic song from the 80s that will always make me smile is Dancing on the Ceiling by Lionel Richie. That one is one of my, yeah. Yeah. So, guys, we have about 14 minutes left for our circle today. And I have to shut it down, not because I want to go. I don't. I really don't. There's so many things I need to do that I don't want to do. Cherry said, absolutely love John Denver. Why can't I not say this man's name? I am such a butcher today. He was my mom's favorite. I loved him, Jim Croce, and ironically, unpopular opinion, there are a number of artists who I think might have been amazing people, but I did not enjoy the sound of their voice. One of them is still with us, and I'm afraid to say out loud, but I'm not. I'm not, because I stand on business, and it is what it is. Chat it, say what you want to say. It's my opinion. I am not a fan of Diana Ross. Never liked her voice. Something about her hit bad chords for me. I'm trying to think. I can see her, Aretha Franklin. I think there were aspects of her life that, because I don't know enough about her, that I probably would have had respect, or a little more respect for her. But ultimately, no, I never liked the sound of her voice. Tina Turner is another one. Never liked the sound of her voice. And because I am from an area where she cut her teeth as a teenager, I know things that I'd rather not know. I've enjoyed you today. Have a safe and blood. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not a Diana Ross voice fan either, right? Like, ugh. And it does not help that again, your girl likes to deep dive. I've done a lot of research around people who were around her in the 60s, and she was a piece of work. Has she calmed down? I hope so. Was she an amazing mom? Probably. Time in a Bottle, Cherry, that song makes me cry so much. Oh my. But I loved him, and loved learning about who he was. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sugar. Um, yeah, no, not a fan of Tina Turner. And I know there are some women who say, oh, she was such a stand-up person for advocating for her personhood. And I'm like, karma. I'ma just say, karma. There is that. Um, I catch flack for not caring for Brian McKnight. I don't know why. Oh, 10 out of 10, I don't recommend him either. However, his brother and that whole group, Take Six. Love, love, love. Now that's kind of skirting the line on the religious thing, so I'm not gonna go any further. But I like the group. The vocal ensemble of it all. Love it, love it, love it. Donny Hathaway, loved his voice. Roberta Flack, loved her voice. Miss her voice. And loved Lena Horne. But she was a little problematic too, truth be told. Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper was one of my all-time favorite. Right? Right. And I can hear the song Been Around the World. I can't think of her name, but you know who I'm talking about. I love that song. But um, favorites from the 70s, avant-garde favorite would be Chick Corea, particularly when he had the band Return to Forever, which is how I learned about Flora Purim and Aldea Damo. And Kitty said, when I met CC Winans, I stopped listening to anything. I can understand that. I can understand that. Girls just want to have fun. That just made me laugh because it made me think of the guy who played her father in that video. And see, the things that make you laugh and smile. We have about 8 minutes. I want to give you guys a rundown. I am going to try, no promises, try to be a little more timely is the word I want to use with the week's updates. But here's the lay of the land for this upcoming week, according to what I know today. On Monday at 1:15 Central Time, I think I just glitched. At 1:15 Central Time, I am Lisa Stansfield. Thank you. Thank you. I really liked B.B. King. Got to see him in concert in Rockford, Illinois in the early 2000s. Absolutely amazing talent. Absolutely never liked his music, not gonna lie. Liked him as a person. Thought he was amazing. Never liked his music, but I was not a blues fan. I am not a blues fan. Anyway, 1:15 Central will be the premiere of the video for this week. Like I said, the topic of the video is all about giftable graduation items that you can make either in a weekend or in a week. So pace yourself appropriately. I would love to have you guys in the chat with me as I premiere that video. So please, not only come back and join me then, but bring a friend. I'd love the company. And then, of course, we will have the Cozy Encyclopedia episode for the treble crochet in left and right-handed versions. Yes, to you that looked backwards. To me, that was absolutely correct. And then again, we will gather here again next Saturday at 9 a.m. Central. Oh, update on the Cozy Encyclopedia. The right-handed version will premiere at 2 p.m. Fingers crossed. And then at 2:30, I will drop the left-hand version as just a regular video. So if you would please, especially if you're a right-handed person, head over and give that left-handed version a little bit of love and support, because I make those for the people who need that left-handed view. I'm not left-handed, so I am flipping the video so that it shows in a way that makes sense for their thinking. Sherry said, I love all types of music from classical to blues, jazz to pop and rock. Only thing I never cared for was rap. I think I'm kind of in the same area, except no, I was not a blues fan. I am not a blues fan for the most part. There are certain songs that I think cross over no matter what. And there is that. So that is where I am trying to set up the schedule. I am also diligently working on a few things behind the scene. Lou Albano, right? See, and that takes us into wrestling. You guys are not getting 30 more minutes out of me today because I don't have the time. I'd love to, but I loved Lou Albano. He was such a funny character, not just in that video, but yes, in wrestling as well. So him and Roddy Piper, and there were a lot of characters that people resonated with from 80s wrestling. I am lucky enough to live in a community where we had a local wrestling circuit called Wrestling at the Chase. And it literally was one of our more posh hotels here in St. Louis, connected to a local television station. And they put on a weekly local wrestling scene with the metal chairs and the folding tables and everything. Oh, it was priceless. My brother was addicted. And I watched because there was one television. We all watched whatever was on. Tony Atlas. Hmm, hmm. Okay, I kind of like Tony Atlas. He was funny. Um, but I really, really hope. See, I'm not going down this darn wrestling rabbit hole with you guys. Not today. Not happening. Anyway, I hope this whole circle time together has been fun and beneficial to each and every one of you. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for loving me through the foibles and the missteps, the misspeaks, or whatever may have happened that wasn't what we wanted it to be, but it turned out to be exactly what we needed it to be. I love you. I am grateful for you. Kitty, stop it. Stop it. I am not jumping in that rabbit hole with you. And I say this, you guys, because I know a lot of unnecessary information about rabbit holes as it relates to wrestling. It is what it is. Then again, name a topic that I can't do that with. Hugs to you, Kitty. Thank you. Thank you. She knows that even when I'm fussing, it's all in love. And I hope you do too. I really, really, really do. Have a great week until we see you next Saturday. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I'm going to be here just for a few more minutes because there's one more thing I need to say. And this is a tiny little housekeeping thing. In fact, I'm going to mute my television so that you can hear me clearly when I say this. And I'm not just saying this for me. I'm saying this for every content creator that you love, watch, and support. YouTube is really amazing. You can learn anything here. But what I have learned and what I want you to hear me say, this is a money-making vehicle for many, many people. It's not for me. Not because I don't want it to be. It could be. I could monetize it in different ways that I don't currently. Okay, housekeeper White, thank you. Thank you. When you're watching videos, be it live streams or previously recorded content, do not, if you can at all help it, please do not hit pause. Do not rewind the first and second times that you're watching that video, because what that does is it freezes the watch hour for that time. If it's a 30-minute video and 2 minutes in you didn't hear what they said, you just crushed that watch hour to 2 minutes when you hit pause or rewind. Many of us work hours to create those 15, 30, or 45, and sometimes 1 hour videos. Those of us who are nerds like me, we are doing research up to 2, 3, 4, 5 months in advance for that 1 hour of video that you see. We're recording, we're investing in lighting, stands for phones, and whatever else we're putting our resources into to give you the content that we provide to you. And we do so joyously. Please understand, you owe us nothing for what we're doing because we made this choice. Most of us are asking of you is that when we produce content for you, that you give us the kindness of watching it. And if you don't have time to watch it, I get it. I understand. I understand what I would ask of you. Many of us have more than one television. Turn another television on in a room you're not in and run that video and let it go, especially in the first hour. And here's why. YouTube takes note of what time a creator drops a video, and they watch how many of your subscribers or your regular viewers are watching that video in completion. And if that video drops, like in my case, Monday's video is going to drop at 1:15 Central Time. And in that first hour, if only 5 people watch it, they think her audience isn't very interested in that. Or if they watch 5 minutes of it and then they rewind because they want to hear the mindful reset a second time. Well, I'm only getting 5 minutes of what could be a 45-minute video. That tells YouTube that's not a video worth promoting. So you can do all of the likes, all of the hypes, all of the shares, and that's nice. And please understand, I'm appreciative of each and every piece of that. But the moment you hit pause or stop, oh, no, Roberta, it's okay. Team replay is always welcome. But I say all of that to say to each of you, if you're genuinely appreciating the content that you're getting from your favorite content creators, please don't hit pause. Please don't rewind the first time or even the second time, because those watch hours matter. In fact, I just looked at my YouTube metrics this morning, and I am at like 2,300 watch hours. In order to be a fully monetized channel, and mind you, my watch hours ebb and flow every single day, and I'm looking at a 365-day window. So I am like below 50% of where I was this time last year. Let us not forget, I took off quite a lot of time. So there's a number of hours in my gap that make sense that they're not there. I shared this with you for myself selfishly, of course, but I share this with you because I have watched many of the creators in our niche be demonetized because they weren't able to hold on to their position because they didn't have their watch hours. And they didn't have their watch hours because we hit pause or we hit rewind. So I share that with you to ask simply of you, if you know that myself or another content creator that you support is going to be dropping a video at a given time, even if you have to pre-program your phone to run a video, or your iPad or your laptop or your television, run those videos. Those watch hours matter to us. Little hint also, turn off and clear out your watch history and watch a few times. It all counts. Otherwise, the first only counts. Right, very true. Well, the first and the second, both of those count. After the second, they don't. And she's correct. I love Roberta. Roberta is a very, very smart lady, and I love her. But I love you all. Let me add that. I need to say that to you. I love you. Thank you for listening to me as I share that with you. But I needed to get that off my chest and say that out loud, because it breaks my heart when I see the effort that I know so many other content creators are putting into presenting quality information, and it's getting lost in the shuffle, and they're losing their channels as far as the monetization, and they're having to do things that they shouldn't have to do. I don't want to have memberships on my channel because I don't know what I can genuinely offer to a private collective of people supporting my channel. I refuse to be the person to ask for super chats and super stickers. I'm just not going to do it. If YouTube wants that of me, they can have the channel. I'm not going to do it. But what I will do is be here to love you, to offer you the best content that I can create for you. And at the end of the day, hope that it lands the way it's supposed to. You're getting something out of it and that you support what I'm doing. That's my biggest ask. With that said, guys, I love you. I hope this has been something worthy of your time today. I can't wait to see you again soon. And until I see you again, have some fun today. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye. And of course, I have to scroll back to find my buttons. Take care.